Okay, y'all, so I'm not even gonna show my face because I don't have no time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, ain't nobody got time for that. Hey, ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Anywho, so I'm on my way to Walmart. I think I'm gonna go. I really want to go to Meyer, but I'm gonna go to the Wally World, and not going to. I'm going to one of my favorite Walmarts though, because we have like five in our city. Like, yeah, in the city town. It's gonna be very packed soon because they're doing a lot of developments, and this place loves money, so they love to pack them in. Um, Anywho, I just got finished making a video talking about, how God was leading me, to make wiser decisions, how to go back into my feminine mode, how to, let that softer side show, going back to that because it's a safer time, and about mating, because this is mating season for me. Um, Everybody has different mating seasons, whatever. I know this is what God showed me. Okay, Dana, all right. Y'all starting to get them people back. So, Anywho, bam, okay? I get in there and I am, you know, getting myself ready. What I notice is that people are so jealous. I have that spirit follow me a lot. I have that with me a lot. And when I say a lot, I mean a lot. It is so, sometimes it is unbearable. I used to run from it. I am a person that I will try to do whatever it takes. Fighting is going to be my last option. Fighting is going to be my last option, and when you're a person that tries to reason with people, or you try to look and see the good in everyone, and understand how communication works and how effectively it works, some people will take that and take your understanding and your methods for being understanding and trying to be understanding to people and to try to see all sides as a weakness, basically taking you for a chump, or taking your kindness for weakness. And to me, that's all cool because that shows who you are. We just went past CBS. I can't show y'all. Well, yeah, I would have had to turn it off, but we literally, it's on the left hand side. So, um, yeah, anywho, there, people will take your kindness for weakness, which is, that's okay. For me, it's okay because I know who I am at the table. I know, even know a lot of my weaknesses, even though I know there's some more that I can work on. But for the most part, I've been brought and I try to work on them, so being a person that's like that, and I try to, better, get myself better because I know it starts with me. It's okay because I know that's a reflection of whoever's doing that. But what they don't recognize is always, y'all, the bullies think that you are weak. They always think that I even remember that in school. People would think because I'm shorter, or because, I'm smaller or something, that, and I don't want to fight, people would try to bully me, or they would try to, tie my shoe. I remember that even in the fifth grade, y'all. It's always like that. Just because you don't say anything, they just think that you are one of those types of people. And it's like, no, I can be very much a savage, but I choose not to, because I know once I go there, there's no turning back. There's not going to be any turning back. We're not going to be back friends. I'm not going to be in that understanding mode anymore. It's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. I know who you are. You've already tried to push the envelope far too much for me. So once that disrespect comes, because that's the level of disrespect, I'm literally done for you. I'm done, for me to want to fight back, especially if it's dealing with like bodily harm, there's no coming back from that. There's no coming back from that. That's how people end up being killed. I'm not. No. No way. No way. There's no way. So, but people really, they will really think that for you. They will think that you don't have the sense God gave you. They will, if they think that they can push something, they can get some things away, or they can get more out of you. They'll try to, they'll try to do that. They'll triangulate. They'll go and just be very domineering. A lot of those people are, yeah, they'll be, and then brag about it. You try to do something out the kindness of your heart, and they're like, oh yeah, well, I did this and I did that. When in reality, like, if you really wanted to be mean, because a bully it's always something that a bully can only be a bully when it's something that they want that they can't have, and they're trying to get it out of you. Just understand that a bully is not a big it's not a person that is just, oh, they're all that. Think about David and Goliath. People just always thought that, he was just a weak person because of his stature, or because of his meekness, before, because he wasn't a person that, how they talked about David when he was younger, he wasn't a person that, said a lot. He wasn't a person that was, always like, I'm going to be this macho thing, and, I'm going to be this warrior. He wasn't even a warrior. All his brothers were. They were getting ready to fight Goliath. They were all looking around like, not even his brothers. Some of his brothers was not trying to fight Goliath because they knew Goliath was a big bully and a big, they knew what he was. But David, but David, being little as he was, he knew, like, I could take this person down. You don't have to be bigger than the bully. You don't have to be rah, 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 rah to knock down some things. You really don't. The silent changes make more of a difference than the big changes. The big changes that you see, that sounds all good, but it's the silent changes. It's those silent things that makes the difference. But a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of things, the fights that David had that prepared him for Goliath, for the big bully, he had already beat out a big bully. He beat lions and bears. He he knew what the power that he had. And you have to, ooh, is the doggone store open, y'all? You have to keep that in mind with these people. You have to keep that in mind with your situation. Bullies are not as big as people hype them up to be. Obstacles, they are not big as what people hype them. They all have a weakness. They just like you and me. And once you can get that out of your head, once you can get that into your mindset, get that into your soul and your scrotum, y'all. If you got a guy, get him into your scrotum. Uncle used to say that, y'all. That's why I said this was made for kids. But honestly, that's basically it. Get it into your mindset. Get it into your heart of hearts. Put it in your chest. Get it in your head. It's you can overcome it. You can overcome it, then you will. Just like that. Look, just like that. I remember, like I said, two times when I was bullied, and it didn't last long, because listen, a bully can only bully somebody who they think that they can beat. Once you beat the bully, they can't bully you no more. They'll try, but everybody know. Everybody gonna remind him, like, you remember that last ass whooping you got? You remember that last one? Y'all, I'm telling you, the first one was like, I was in 4th or 5th grade. Man, I remember I ended up fighting one of my aunt's friends, like neighborhood friends. Like, we grew up like cousins. We ended up fighting each other over, and it wasn't even it was over some he said, she said stuff. And because it was kind of a setup, because she had to spend a lot of time with me, and a lot of the girls did not like her spending a lot of time with me, because I don't know, a lot of those people did not, they couldn't push me, but they did not like me. I had my own And I'm one of those people, I've always been like that. I have my own focus. I have my own focus in life. I've danced to my own beat. Like, yeah, I was a cheerleader, things like that, but I just dance to the beat of my own drum. That's what it is. You can either walk with me, you cannot walk with me. It's okay. I'm still gonna be me. That kind of person. So that can be very intimidating, especially with kids who don't know who they are, and they're like, oh, I'm clicking with this person, I'm clicking with this person, and somebody say, oh, I don't like you because that, and you know and then I always had friends who were older than me. I had friends who, I had a lot of cousins who, a lot of the times I couldn't even go to a lot of the parties and things like that because I had cousins who was so close. I had to go to their functions and things like that. So, that didn't bother me. I always had someone who was, in my corner, and they, even that, when sometimes I was different from them, I just learned the discipline to stand on my own, you know? So, um, yeah, but anyhow, it was like fourth grade. I ended up fighting her, and when I fought, no, matter of fact, third grade, I fought this one girl. Her name was Lakeisha, and everybody was like, "Oh my god!" Like, because by then, even the second, no, I take that back, because when I first got to the second grade, y'all, they used to be trying to bully me so bad. It was these fourth graders. It was these two guys who was up in my class, and he had a sister and a cousin, and they used to always try to bully me. And they were like, okay, you want to fight? I guess they thought I was going to back down because they were in the fourth grade and fifth grade, and I was in the second grade. Baby, I don't care. I was fighting people in high school when I was in the first grade. I fight my cousins, and I mean duking, like, do. And they'll be over there trying to, like, girl, get off, slinging me around. Some of them hit me in my chest. So, so I learned how to take some things. So, y'all, they got up there doing that windmill. I was giving them combos. I was giving them 2 or 3 pieces, like nobody's business. They was looking like, what? And then, I came, if anybody knows how Gary is, like, I came from the east side. From the west side, it's a little bit more dainty sometimes in those spots. I came from Midtown. Like, you got to throw them things there. Like, you have to know how to throw them things, okay? You boxing, baby. You giving them pieces, okay? So I was not windmilling. They windmilling. I'm like, do 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 do, moving around. So, you know, um, to the point where every time I would beat them, it would be every single time they would still get mad. Like, still, they literally came with the entire mob, y'all. And have y'all ever heard that song? I beat that beat with a bat. Hey, I beat that. Like, they literally came with a whole entire mob for me. When I say they came for a whole entire mob, an entire mob for a second grader. Like, and these was fourth and fifth graders. So, y'all, I used to be a beast, and I would not care if it was that whole group. Like, I think I scared them so much because I was bagging. Like, I'm listen. So, that kind of set the precedent for certain people. Like, they was not trying to mess with me. They would try to put other people against me. Most of the other people that I ended up fighting during that time was usually people who were closer to me, who were once my friend, and they were trying to turn them away from me. Now that I look at it now, I saw that even in middle school. Like, they would try to turn these people away from me and try to say bad things. Like, the next girl that I ended up fighting, she was like on a cheerleading squad, and I mean, we were like, yeah, cheerleading used to be so real for us. Like, it was so real. Like, in elementary, like, literally, we used to have to pay all this money to get these shoes, even our socks. I mean, we looked like little Barbie dolls, though, during the whole time, but it was a lot. And it put a lot of cost on my family, which to the point where I kind of didn't want to do it. But because I was good at it, and because I was, very loud and very determined, uh, you know, my grandmother and my grandparents, they always tried to push me into doing things to get me out of, being in the house, or out of, just out of doing that, because Yeah, even though people think that I am very much extroverted, in my circle of circles of circles, of my nestled circle, um, you will see that I'm very, very much closed off in that special little nest egg, which you should be, which you should be. So, anyhow, um, so, um, so yeah, like I used to get bullied a lot, but like I said, that changed the whole dynamic when they see that you can fight and that you can go toe to toe with them, and not only go toe to toe with the bully but knock them down and take them out. It's a whole different level of respect they gonna give you. It's a whole different level. They not gonna play them stupid games with you no more, because they know that you are nothing to play with. And I can see that even now. I didn't think about it before, how God was taking me through things, but God is showing people how he is with me. And when God is with you, it's no comparison. Going through this whole time, dealing with spiritual warfare, dealing with people who didn't who didn't believe in my gifts, people who didn't believe I couldn't go anywhere. I can only do so much. I can only do this and I can only do that. I'm only good in this arena and not in that arena. When you have the mindset that I had, I will show you, and you have that humble mindset, because I really do. It's so much more for me to learn. But when you have that, a lot of people will take your kindness for weakness and will try to dominate you. They will try to, crush your spirit. They will try to do any and everything to try to make it seem that they have one up you, because they can't do it themselves. They can't. All those people who tried to bully me. I had another person who was like in the fourth grade who tried to bully me. I had another person who was in the sixth grade. That was the one that they kept calling the David and Goliath, and they kept calling me Tyson. And it showed out, because I was like, I'm not taking this. Like, I don't care if these people. There was 3 bullies in my class, y'all. They used to be bullying people to the most, and they used to do it, and everybody used to back down to them. Like, I was not, okay. Like I said, I'm quirky. I do what I want to do when I want to do it, and I don't try to hurt anyone in the process. But when you come and try to attack me, just understand that the game is on. Okay? The game is on, and we're going to go toe to toe. That's what you want. That's what you're going to get. That is what you're going to get. So, oh, y'all. Oh, my goodness. Let me turn this around. The store is actually open, y'all. So, I can go in now. Look, I can go in now. Let me see if I can find a little, because I don't know where this little thing at. Or otherwise, I'm gonna lose my connection. Because I don't try to record y'all off of my regular Wi-Fi from my phone. There we go. I don't try to do that, because when I do, let's turn around. I don't try to do that, because when I do, it slows me down, or I'm not even able to finish processing some things. So yeah. So yeah. Um yeah, anyhow, I remember, it was these 3 bullies, and they literally like will bully everybody. They would bully every single person. And when I say every single person, every single person, every single person. And it used to just, you see it, you be like, oh my goodness, let me just stay away from it. And the moment I started staying away from it and moving around and still doing what I need to do, was the moment that they was like, you can get it too. And that's when everything started kicking off. Um, pharmacy hours. Okay, pharmacy hours are not. So yeah, oh yeah, get myself ready. They like bullying me, and I'm like, I'm not gonna back down. Like I said, after that, and they saw that I was really strong. I Yeah, I was really strong and I could hold myself. It changed. The whole game changed to the point that even the bullies, because they was bullies on our side, but there was some other bullies that was on the other end. Like we was on different like wings. That school used to be so big. But the bullies, and the other people, because we was in the sixth grade, and they had like middle school during that time was like sixth, seventh, and eighth grade where I was at. Some people had like fifth, sixth, seventh, and some people had fifth, sixth, seventh, eight, nine, like that. But where I was at, it was six, seven, eight. So all the eighth grade, it was like, darn, like, and I was real small, real small. My best friend was even small. We was like real small. Yeah, we're real small. Um, so, um, yeah. So yeah, that's what it all boiled down to. Like, don't worry about bullies. They're gonna always be there. Um, when they can't beat you, they're gonna try to join you. And don't with bullies. I'm telling y'all, some of the biggest bullies that I had at work ended up being some of the best people that I had around on my team. Uh, Not to say all of them are. Not to say, oh yeah, I want to be closer to with the bully. That's not it. But some other people who um, are the biggest bullies tend to be um, the best when they see that you're not taking it. They see the best when you finally stand up to them and you you um you knock them down. So don't be closed off to that. I think I got this. I think I got this sweater. I really do. If I'm not mistaken, I think I do. I don't want to knock it, but I think I do. Oh, so cheap. So um yeah. Um what else? Oh yeah, I was talking about bullies. Yeah. So um yeah, don't get knocked off by that. Stay humble. Stay low. Yeah, stay low. Um, grab as much, grab as much uh, as you can when you're dealing with a bully or something like that. Grab as much information as you can. Sometimes knocking a bully is not always physical. For the most part, it's never physical. It's dealing with because some people can be mental bullies. I have those people that are like that too, especially like men who can't. Um, oh man, I'm telling y'all, this one I just recently had. This guy was such a bully because he wanted me to really just give him the time of day, and he just wasn't for me. Yeah, he just was not for me, and I was really nice and polite on how to go about it. But after I said no and rejected, the offer, didn't reject him, rejected the offer. This one all heck broke loose. He wanted to, do crazy things, write me up for simple things, Ooh, that's kind of neat. No, you don't even like this stuff. Okay, but you came for water. You came for water. Um, yeah. So, yeah, he tried to write me up for simple things. Um, when he saw that I had a brain and that, you know, um, I had other options as far as employment, he tried to cut off those things. Um, just, just a lot. Ooh, they going back down. Look at God. Did y'all know y'all should have went down? Yeah, but they will try to do anything and everything to throw you off your game, to make you submit to what they're doing or subdue you. Don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, okay? Even if it means you got to take some time to recharge, even if it means you have to get away from that situation. Um, uh-oh. Try to do it. Now, if you have that energy and you're strong like I am, what's this? 137. Let's see if that's actual, because this can actually work if it's 137. Because it was $2 and $3 and let's see. Um, but uh, yeah, you don't allow them to uh to do that to you by any means. Look, don't let them do that to you by any means. Oh, they got the stackables. Y'all lying. Nobody paying $10 for them stackable stuff. Um, yeah, stand up for yourself. Um, not only, not only that, I want you, if they keep pestering you, and it's something that you're called to do. See, this is something that I honestly had to deal with myself. If it's something that you are called to do, no one, and I mean no one can stop you from, going what God has assigned for you to do, and it's in His will for you to do it. But you, if you reject it, not if they reject it, it's if you reject it. Because a lot of people will think that their your destiny is tied to them. Destiny is not tied to most of those people who are bullying you. They don't even know their own. They're delaying their own happiness and their own gratification and their own destinies because they're trying to tap into yours. Look, because they're trying to tap into yours. Oh, and ain't nobody paying $31 for no air mattress. For no twin one too. It's a little flat. So, keep that in the back of your head. Keep that in your mind. Put that in your mind. They can say all different things, but you have to remember that. Remember that with all your being. Like, remember that with all your being. It's just they're knocking themselves off from that. So don't get mad at a bully. But if it's what you designed to do, God will give you an opportunity to make your enemies your footstool. Just like David. It will happen. Just like David. The one that they least expect to come in there and turn them things around and to turn their life upside down and to turn things in the right spot. Be the one that they least expect. And a bully, when someone's bullying you, they never have it in their mind that you gonna actually, that you're strong enough to overpower them. They never have it in their mind that you're actually strong enough to take them down. Okay? Not in a million years. But if you're smart and if you're wise, it will happen. It always does. It always does. It's always the one that you least expect. So, um, yeah. I hope that. Ooh, little doggy thing. I hope that that little talk reminds you that you are not worthless when people bully you. It's not based off of you. It's based off of them. You're way stronger. Way much stronger. If you overcame some stuff from being bullied, physical, emotional, spiritual, especially spiritual, you are a warrior. You are a warrior way, way beyond what you think and you can imagine. But you need to remind yourself that, because I promise you, the people around you, especially the ones who did you wrong and all that, when they see you get back up and you stronger than before, they notice. They notice. So, yeah, I'm going to get off of here. Hopefully, something I said or done will help you on your journey. Please stay tuned to Journey to Jerusalem. Oh, yeah, and whoever changed my name tag to WAP Enterprise, not cool. But I'm going to change it back.